these motherfucking studios on this motherfucking video.
What do you mean I look like a tourist? Hey everybody, and welcome to Retsnobs. My name is Matt, and today we're going to look at a real classic. So let's waste no more time. We're looking at Scarface.
So Scarface.
Sean? You're alive! Oh my god, and wait, why the hell are you a cartoon?
Don't ask.
Alright. So, what brings you here anyway?
Well, I was about to review the film, but since you're also about to, can I join in?
Yeah, sure. By the way, say hi to Merc.
Great. You lost it.
Hi, Sean.
Great. You really lost it.
Does he always act like this? You have no idea. One day in high school, I was asked what my favorite movie was. Most people would have said Too Fast, Too Furious, others would have said The Avengers. I said Scarface. Yeah, my favorite movie was Scarface. Can you blame me? It's awesome! It's also an incredible remake of a classic gangster film with the same name. It's got legendary actors like Al Pacino, Michelle Pfeiffer, and F. Murray Abraham. You have an amazing script written by Oliver Stone before he went inside the looking glass and made Joe Pesci look like a sentient Muppet.
It's a mystery wrapped in a riddle inside an enigma!
And finally, you have the directing talents of Brian De Palma, director of Carrie, Dressed to Kill, and Blowout. What's not to love?
I don't have too much of a history compared to Matt. I saw the film in high school and I've seen it a couple times since, including rewatching it for this review.
Antonio Montana. And you? What you call yourself?
Miami, 1980. Tony Montana is a political prisoner from Cuba.
He's come to America to chase after the American dream. He's joined by his friends Manny, Angel, and Chi-Chi.
This chase begins with the murder of a former Cuban general. This is what gets them their green cards. In America, Tony meets Omar, a contact of Manny's.
Omar eventually offers Tony and the crew a dangerous job: buy cocaine from some dealers.
Tony accepts the job, and the crew go to a motel to pick up the coke. However, things go wrong when Tony and Angel are captured.
Angel is killed, and Tony is almost next.
But Manny and Chi-Chi come in just in the nick of time and kill the dealers.
Tony and crew grab whatever coke and money they can and hand it over to Omar's boss, Frank Lopez.
At the meeting, Tony sees Frank's wife, Elvira, for the first time. He is instantly attracted to her.
As time goes by, Tony slowly moves his way up into the crime world, creating a massive criminal empire.
He also marries Elvira along the way. Question is, will he push his love and empire to the limit? Or will he be pushed to the limit?
Look at these fucking onions.
2 words: Al Pacino. This man is the driving force of this movie. As Tony Montana, he dominates every scene he's in, chewing scenery like it's nobody's business. However, it fits the character. Tony is a man with a giant personality. He needs to chew that scenery. In some ways, he reminds me of Peoples Hernandez from Shaft. No, not the 2019 film or the 1971 original, the 2000 film starring Samuel L. Jackson.
Do you think that makes me less dangerous or more dangerous?
Both Peoples and Tony have really big personalities that demand your attention.
There's nothing you can do to me that Castro has not already done.
Get him out of
Nothing.
here!
You best sleep in that best.
Oh, there you go, Poppy. You're under arrest.
Then there's the supporting cast. Both Michelle Pfeiffer and Stephen Bauer are excellent as Elvira and Manny. They're great support for Tony as well as standout characters. They have their issues, which they deal with in their own way. They also deal with their relationships with Tony in different ways.
The music is one of the best things about the film. Every track fits where it's supposed to, and they all add to whatever scenes they're supposed to be in. Plus, Jojo Moroto is a god.
The look of this film may not be timeless, but it's stylish. Every set is drenched in neon and bright colors. It really does transport you to that time pretty effortlessly. The script for this film is an incredible work of art. The pacing never feels too draggy, and the dialogue is pin sharp. The film's violence also feels appropriate for the story. 2 of my favorite scenes in this film are the dinner scene and the final shootout. The dinner scene is a culmination of all the built-up tension Tony has between Elvira and Manny. It also shows that Tony, in some way, has reached the peak of his success, before it all comes crashing down around him. The shootout scene is the perfect climax to this epic film. It's Tony's last stand, and he's taking down anyone that gets in his way. This is due in part to Tony being so high on cocaine that he feels invincible. But the only thing that kept him alive was all the adrenaline pumping through his body. His death is also fitting for his journey as a character. Throughout the film, he kills others to obtain his power, only to be killed in such an easy and simple way in the end. Am I just talking on my ass here, or am I making a clear point? Really can't tell.
The film is kinda dated. Don't get me wrong, it doesn't really hurt the film, but it could alienate some modern audiences. Historically, the film can be used as kind of a learning tool, but otherwise, the politics and the history behind it kinda date it.
Good luck, kids.
Let's talk video games. GTA Vice City took inspiration from this film, among other sources. But then there's the Scarface video game. Set in an alternate universe where Tony shoots first, you then rebuild your destroyed empire. I never played it, but it always looked interesting. Something I started thinking about recently is the runtime of this film. I wonder how modern audiences would feel about it. At nearly 3 hours, this film certainly ain't fast. But it certainly feels like the right amount of time to tell this story. I guess that all depends on the viewer. But there's one thing we all can agree on. The TV version is hilarious. No, not the version of current TV.
Hey, who the you think you talking to?
This sound like a great big just waiting to get
I'm talking about the 80s TV version.
Where'd you get that beauty scar, tough guy? Eating pineapple?
Seriously, who thought that was a good idea?
sticking your head up your toilet.
A network TV version of Scarface.
This sound like a great big chicken just waiting to be plucked.
It's madness.
Name brain.
But hey, I'm glad it exists, because it reminds us that American censorship can be totally insane.
And when I get back there, I'm gonna kick some ass all over that fucking place.
This film was one of the greatest films ever made. Al Pacino steals the show, with great performances from Michelle Pfeiffer and Stephen Bauer to work off of. The film's look sells the time period and gives the film a strong identity. The script also solidifies this film as classic. Check it out.
Either way you look at it, the film is a classic. Is it as classic as some other films from the time period? Probably not, but overall, it's a solid film and a good time to be had.
Well, that was a good review. I want to thank you for joining me, Sean.
It's no problem. I have to go back to my swamp now, so leave me be.
Yeah, well, I should go too. See you guys next time. You're a tourist!
If you enjoy our content, then please consider supporting some film snobs on Patreon. Thank you.